I'm feeling really excited.
I'm feeling nervous.
I'm feeling ecstatic.
The biggest piece of advice I've gotten from my parents about college is excellence without excuse.
To go to class.
To focus on my studies. To get enough sleep and eat enough fiber.
I promise to call my parents once a week.
And I promise to call them frequently.
I promise to call them whenever I can. These next few years that you are going to be amazing.
These next few years at Richmond are going to be interesting, and I'm excited.
And I'm very proud to call myself a Spider.
Class of 2023, look how far you've come. Distinguished guests, colleagues, parents, friends, and members of the class of 2023, as president of the university, I now declare the University of Richmond's 193rd commencement to be in session. Class of 2023, I'm delighted to celebrate your achievements. Having you in our community of scholars has been a privilege. I'm also delighted to welcome the families and guests of our graduates. You, our Spider families, have made extraordinary commitments over many years leading up to this special day. Thank you for entrusting these graduates to us and for your confidence in the University of Richmond. Graduates, please think for a moment about all your family and friends have done to guide, encourage, and support you through all of your college years and long before you got here. Would you please rise and give them all a big round of applause? I also want to express my deep appreciation to our staff and faculty for their enduring contributions to the lives of our graduates. Your dedication has been especially evident during the pandemic. I'm extremely grateful to you for wholeheartedly embracing your roles as teachers, scholars, and mentors. How about a round of applause for our terrific staff and faculty? There are several award winners listed in your program. I would like to highlight a couple. The Mace Award, which recognizes a clear record of exceptional scholarly achievement and demonstrated leadership throughout a student's time at the University of Richmond. It is the highest honor a graduate of the university can earn. This year's Mace Award winner is Harry Dang. Harry, where's Harry? Harry, there's Harry. I also have the honor to present the C.J. Gray Award to 4 outstanding seniors with outstanding records in academic achievement and leadership. Please hold your applause until all the award winners have been named. The 2023 C.J. Gray Award winners are from the School of Arts and Sciences, Shira Grace Greer and Adam Henry Webster. From the Robbins School of Business, Jefferson Neal Welly, and from the Jepson School of Leadership Studies, Josephine May Holland. Would the award winners please stand? Congratulations to you all. Thank you. Graduates, please think for a minute about how far you've come. You've made it through the ups and downs of your rigorous academic studies. You've persisted in your learning through a global pandemic. You've experienced losses and you've endured. You gave of yourself, sometimes even when it might have been difficult, to be good classmates, students, and friends. Collectively, you've made this moment. Take stock and be proud. We are proud of you. You are forever a member of the Spider community and an important part of our web. Where will you go from here? I'm sure you've been thinking about that for some time, and many of you have your plans firmly set. And if your plans aren't so firm yet, don't worry. Hunter Rawlings, a classicist and former president of 2 major universities, including one I left to join you here, writes eloquently about a liberal education in the true Latin sense. He describes it as, quote, an education for a free people, to think for themselves as individuals, to develop their creative capacities, and to contribute to public life. He notes, and I completely agree, that we need people to read closely and think critically, to reason intelligently and ethically, to speak and write clearly and persuasively, to be able to do independent research, and to analyze quantitative arguments common to math and the sciences. I'm confident that we at Richmond are preparing our students to do exactly these things. You know how to think, how to communicate, how to analyze arguments, how to support and work with others. You are smart, you are talented, and you're ready. Some of you are heading to graduate school or taking some time to travel or volunteer, but sooner or later, all of you will likely enter the full-time working world. And you are well equipped to enter that world when the labor market is changing in some sectors quite rapidly. I'm a labor market economist, and as you know, COVID-19 has impacted the labor market. Millions of Americans lost their jobs in the first few months of the pandemic. Although some jobs returned for a few months, unemployment remained high through 2020. Then came what many termed the Great Resignation and the Great Renegotiation, the startling trend in which some 33 million Americans quit their jobs in 2021. They quit for many reasons. Some could afford to retire early. In some families with 2 working parents, one had to quit to take care of children when schools had closed. Some whose jobs couldn't be done remotely decided that for them, work wasn't worth the risk of illness. But, and here's what's really interesting, a dizzying number of people quit because they believed they could find a better job. And many of them did, while others, whose hopes and expectations have not been borne out, are experiencing an aftermath termed the Great Regret. 28 years ago, when I first became a professor and first saw my students entering the labor market, the first job really mattered. It mattered because job matches were sticky. That is, firms were committed to their employees, and those employees were committed to their organizations. People stayed in their jobs for a very long time. But over the past generation, time in jobs has gradually fallen. Workers are much less likely to remain in the same position or at the same organization over time. This isn't entirely bad news for new employees. It means it's probably okay if your first job after Richmond isn't the right fit. You may need to assess what opportunities align with your skills, interests, values, and lifestyle, a process known as career matching, several times during your professional journey. Most of you will change jobs many times. Currently, workers are in short supply in many fields, and employers have been forced to offer better pay and benefits. In some cases, they may even be willing to hire people who don't have all the qualifications they would normally demand. So despite the recent rise in inflation, a significant issue for our economy, you have good reason to be optimistic. I was born in 1969. That year, the unemployment rate in the United States was 3.5%. In January of this year, it hit 3.4%. It edged back up to 3.5 later this spring, and Friday's newest unemployment numbers in the United States came out again at 3.4%. This is historically low, as low as it's been in my entire lifetime. So jobs exist. You have other reasons to be optimistic too. You've gained a thorough education from a remarkable university. You're already more educated than most people in the world. And given that you got in here and you finished, you're surely more motivated than most. You also have social and professional connections thanks to your engagement at Richmond. You're prepared to become leaders as your careers unfold. Work will likely be a huge part of your life, so it's important to think carefully about what you will do and how you will do it. You have to think for yourself, but I'm going to give you 6 short recommendations that I hope you'll make a consistent part of your life. The first is simply this: be kind, and try your best to be equally kind to everyone. Treat those who report to you at least as well as you treat those to whom you report. Second, try to respect the humanity behind other people's opinions. Their experiences may differ from your own. By engaging respectfully in difficult conversations, you might forego new paths for understanding and enrich your own perspective. Third, be safe. Don't do things that are too risky. Too many people depend on you or will depend on you. Fourth, work hard and work smart and work steady. Success is a function of luck, effort, and ability. There's nothing you can do about luck except to prepare yourself, so make the most of your effort and abilities through your work. Fifth, and this is important advice, I think, please don't work too hard. I've said this countless times here, but I'll say it again right now. Take care of yourself and look out for others. There's so much more to life than occupational achievement. I hope you've learned how important it is to invest in your well-being and support those around you. It can make such a difference. Finally, remember to thank those who've helped you and to help others in turn. I suggest you start this weekend by thanking the people who helped get you to Richmond and supported you in so many ways throughout your educational journey. We rarely get much of anything done on our own. I encourage you to appreciate that and thank those who've helped you along. Tell them how much you appreciate what they've done for you. This will make their day and will make you feel good too. Graduates, you've made it. Congratulations to you, the University of Richmond class of 2023.